Long before Israel existed, God called one man from the mighty city of Ur. He lived a comfortable life, surrounded by family, servants, and great wealth. Then the Lord called him, saying, "Leave your country and go to the land I will show you." Without knowing the destination, Abram obeyed and left everything behind. One step of faith would begin a story that would shape the nations of the world. God called Abram to leave Ur and journey to Haran, beginning a path of faith that would change history. After many years in Haran, Abram answered God's call once more and journeyed toward Canaan. For the first time, Abram looked upon the land God had promised him. At Shechem, the Lord promised, "To your offspring I will give this land." In gratitude, Abram built an altar and worshipped the Lord who had guided him. But soon famine struck the land, forcing Abram to continue his journey toward Egypt. He entered the land of Canaan, traveling from Haran through Shechem and Bethel, before famine drove him toward Egypt. As famine spread across Canaan, Abram journeyed south to the rich land of Egypt. Fed by the mighty Nile, Egypt flourished while surrounding lands suffered from famine. Fearing for his life, Abram said Sarai was his sister, and she was taken into Pharaoh's household. But the Lord struck Pharaoh's household with plagues to protect his covenant. Pharaoh sent Abram away in peace, and he departed Egypt even wealthier than before. He crossed the wilderness where God would preserve his promise despite human failure. Their wealth had grown so great that the land could no longer support them together. Rather than quarrel, Abram offered Lot the first choice of the land. Lot chose the fertile Jordan Valley, pitching his tents near the city of Sodom. Abram remained in the hill country of Canaan and settled near the great oaks of Mamre. From the oaks of Mamre to the cities of the plain, God's covenant with Abraham remained sure. War came to Canaan as powerful eastern kings invaded the land and defeated its cities. Lot was captured and carried away along with the wealth of Sodom. When Abram heard Lot had been taken, he armed 318 trained men born in his household. By night, Abram launched a surprise attack and rescued Lot from his captors. Melchizedek, king of Salem and priest of God Most High, blessed Abram after his great victory. Abram pursued the invaders from Hebron, rescuing Lot before returning in victory to Salem. God said, "Look toward heaven and count the stars. So shall your descendants be." God alone passed between the sacrifice, sealing an everlasting covenant with Abram. God gave Abram a new name, Abraham, meaning father of many nations. Sarah also received a new name, Sarah, for kings and nations would come from her. Circumcision became the lasting sign of God's covenant with Abraham and his descendants. God promised Abraham both a land and descendants beyond number, a covenant that would shape Scripture. One day, 3 mysterious visitors came to Abraham's tent beneath the oaks of Mamre. The Lord promised Sarah a son and revealed that Sodom's great wickedness would soon be judged. He pleaded with God, asking if the righteous might spare the wicked city. When wickedness reached its fullness, judgment came upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot escaped before the destruction, while smoke rose from the cities behind him. Abraham watched toward the Jordan Valley. While Sodom and Gomorrah fell, Lot escaped to Zoar. Just as God had promised, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, the long-awaited son of the covenant. Years later, God tested Abraham, calling him to the mountains of Moriah. Abraham trusted completely that God would provide. At the perfect moment, God provided a ram, sparing Isaac and revealing himself as the provider. Abraham became the father of many nations, and through his faith, God's promise would bless the whole world. His final journey led to Mount Moriah, where God provided the sacrifice and reaffirmed his covenant. The world of Scripture, the Bible like you've never seen before. Follow for Episode 5.